This is a brief disclaimer before you start the video. This video is a real interview with a former SE from AEGIS International, the ROBLOX group, and if you're in AEGIS or have a problem with this video after watching it, it was Dylan's fault, so blame him. Alright, today I got a former SE from AEGIS International, the ROBLOX group, and I asked them 5 separate questions about SE and AEGIS itself. Some of them get into like some secrets, some other stuff about ARD and AIA, so y'all might want to stick around. Now, due to them not wanting to get involved with the group and Roblox and all that other stuff, they don't want to disclose themselves. That was the first question. What were you in SE? They don't want to disclose themselves. I have to respect that, of course. So, on to the next question. So for our second question, we asked them, what does SC do? And they said, SC is essentially in charge of the AEGIS facility and its staff, but SC also works with ARD and AIA. They also, in general, make sure no one is doing anything they shouldn't be, even people who are higher ranks than them. This includes people who are part of Table of Military Leadership. Don't worry guys, we're gonna get into that stuff about ARD and AIA in a second on the third question. Now for the third question, what do you do in SC? They said, in SC I managed the site of AEGIS, managed the staff, and worked with ARD and AIA. With ARD I supervised experiments. I supervised experiments in all 3 labs in the ARD sector in the basement of the facility. In Lab 1, there is a chamber in which test subjects are gassed. In Lab 2, there is a death ray in which they just test it. They don't do anything else with it and is not used for much. The final lab is Lab 3. They have a portal in Lab 3 that can bring you to the Shadow Realm. With AIA, I will at times teleport them and team them to the interrogation team or interview team. AIA is in charge of old hunting and KOS list. This is why you will sometimes see an AIA running around with a wastelander in cuffs. They are going to interrogate them to find out more about the faction they are in. This is so they can see if they want to add them to the faction KOS list. For our fourth question, we asked, what do you think about SC? How do you feel about SC? They essentially said that it was a horrible division and that they had a 6-hour weekly quota of activity that they had to log and do every single week. Essentially, it felt more like work and overall stress, according to them. And for our final and fifth question, we asked them, how do you feel about AEGIS? And instead of having them answer that, we are probably going to turn that into a whole nother video. We're probably going to be talking about Dylan JKL, some messed up stuff he's done, some messed up stuff the corporation's done. So, if you want to be notified for that, subscribe. You can be notified if you hit that bell for when we post that next video. That's going to be pretty juicy. I have some pretty good stuff. That's your honest interview from a former SC. Have a good day.